Building a home is more than just a few trades with a nail bag on. I think it's a complex group of people and suppliers all coming together to create something that has endless possibilities. I think it's about the journey that the client, the builder, and the builder's team sort of embark on together and navigate their way through a well-defined process. Sometimes can be complicated, but when you get through it, it's the final product at the end is so rewarding. Building has always been part of my life. My dad is a carpenter, so from when I was little, I was exposed to the industry. Dad and I worked together side by side for several years. During this time, I gained skills and knowledge that have really been invaluable to both me personally and my career. I'll be forever grateful for this time that me and Dad got to spend together. That time spending with my dad gave me a better understanding of the building process, and I think it really fueled my passion for building and creating homes. After some years working as a site supervisor for a leading luxury home builder in Sydney, as well as starting my own family and getting married, I realised how important it was to live in a space that's both practical and beautiful. Something you enjoy to come home to. It's good to look at. I've learned to appreciate that the design of the home and the pre-construction stage is very important, and almost or equally as important as the building and construction itself. I've worked in the building industry for over 20 years now. I build custom architecturally designed homes that predominantly focus on both lifestyle and entertaining. I like to build homes that are a little outside the box, different from the norm. We predominantly work in Greater Sydney, but for us it's more about the build and the client rather than the actual location. So everyone hears horror stories about having a bad build or a bad builder. I think the process and the journey you take the client through in building the home is more important than the actual finished product itself. Any builder should be able to build a good home. I think it's the experience that the builder takes them on is more important.
Today, more than ever, our home needs to serve us in so many ways as we spend more and more time at home. It needs to work for us and at the same time be quietly spectacular. It needs to tell your story because essentially our home is the story of us. And there is an art to creating that harmony and uniqueness. It requires meticulous planning, attention to detail, and acknowledging how big an impact the small details make throughout every stage of the build.
I really do believe it's a huge responsibility building someone's dream home. It's so important that, we always work together and, both the owner and I are always on the same page. I think this is the only way to ensure a smooth process and outcome. Building a home, obviously the end result is the home itself. But I think what clients and both myself appreciate more is the journey we go on together. I think it's my ability to break down the project into bite-sized pieces so they can have a clear understanding of what's expected from them, when they need to do it and how they need to do it.
I think Simon has a way of being able to take these ideas, deconstruct them and make them happen. Especially when it comes to design detail and crafting the design detail, he loves the challenge of making things work and thinking outside the box and finding solutions to problems.
Growing up in an Italian family, there's always been good work ethic from very, very young, right? So I think work should be a part of life. And if you enjoy what you do, they say you never work a day in your life. So, I enjoy the process of building homes, but more importantly, I enjoy connecting with people and building relationships, because I think that's what's life about. It's not about, what you have or what you do. It's about spending time with friends and family and loved ones. There's nothing more satisfying than a client coming to me at the end of the job and saying, "Hey, wow, that was fun, Simon. Can't wait to do it all again someday." With SLD projects and the building industry constantly evolving, I'm excited and looking forward to what lies ahead.